Transformations. We transform ourselves to transform people. Today, Nana Ayebiafo Jnana talks about the power of forgiveness. He also talks about the consequences of unforgiveness. The impacts of forgiveness are physical, metaphysical, and spiritual. You wouldn't want to miss any part of this conversation. Keep watching.
Talk about forgiveness, the power of forgiveness. Because forgiveness is what the bonache and how the baby. Okay, and is very important because see, let me tell you, many people go through terrible situations health-wise for only one reason, and they said they can't forgive. Yeah, we are pia ne kone din ne kon en na fomu a ne fare bai no ene say yentimi mfa ade enche edinti no ye wo three different ways that you be discussing this topic no honam mu no say wan fa ade enche a dey ne bitimi asi metaphysically say wan fa ade enche a dey ne bitimi ayam ena say wan fa ade enche a spiritually no what are the consequences. Sister Casey Nelson, you're welcome. See, my mentor baby. Physically, so you'll be a wound team for boning child. Over contract so many chronic diseases are not compare with them. So one for boning check. Obi you be now on fine channel kipu mua. Invite so much problems in your own system. So physically, so what the bonecha now for bibianche one kasa na wodumo, you are doing yourself good. Ayana wa bi yo say so be your bone na one fine channel o hanipa no one kasa o ha ho because the tia ne say so be your wade na wo kipu wadwe mu a adwene ne ene wo heart no e connected together. Okay, the mind and then the heart connects together. There's a serious linkage between the heart and then the mind. And until I say when will be a problem, when will be an issue. When you born nipa no so ana wo dwen nipa no ho a wo kai nipa ne din apɛ na wo yam ahye no wakoma akate bam. Because the mind and then the heart connects. And into keep will be one symbol team, obi aye obi one fan channel keep will team one. You are actually punishing your heart. Because anytime be a wadwin back any pano and as a situation the pet we yam beshow. Now we yam showa a ma wakoma no the way a pumping mojano a pumping abnormally. The way I can Yankopon says I command empempu mojano. Bribio yambe show no wakoma no a pumping blood abnormally. Na banasa na no me be as a see umuno those things doesn't happen. Let me tell you one thing. Men you are going say obi aye oboni nti wakofa poison onum nipa ne bewu no wana bewu. Obi abo wasum obi adi watem obi aye wade wani nyon eni nti wakofa poison say wonti men num poison wo onum poison wana bewu. And when you are keeping stuffs grudges here no you are actually taking poison. My master told me one thing. I said, okay, so be abo wasum na pene nipa no ejina o hell. Prekopa na wafa wodo nsa akosa eja. You know, that chako fire wakosa. So wo di begu nipa no so a. Nipa no nyahu so wafa ja na pen obedwane. Unso obedwane wo di medicase wo pene di jana gu no so because you want to harm the person. Eja ni kura wonti no ono so nyina fa akun obedwane. Ube chase na wo di jana begu no so ama ne ho ahyehye no na wo nsɛm nyina ahye. Okay, obenyan gena gudu so de ba wo so nsɛm nyina ba hyehye and what you say person hadi pane de but one kasa na wo ha ho nse wo di bibi cha one kasa and I would in chama who won't find many pana for mono. The Honamun say what the boniche and I be obey what didn't how now with the child health wise no oh boa pomu de hubai. Don't worry, Messina Rebecca Safa physically, metaphysically, and spiritually. Forgiveness and the impact on all this dimensional way of living. And it will be what in the channel. One person that will save who against Yadia Basa Basa and adding. So the baby I will be what some and will be what they will kaipe. No, you must show. We may show what they will come upon Mujano. Mujan intimate pompi properly until one cast of Yare. There are some kind of research there among for more BP or more cancer or more even more stroke. Now I try say ye cure mono. Say how said they some therapy beam say they should forget about all the bad things people have done against them. No more be see money when they should try to forgive her. According to research who say or more to try to forgive or more daily intent them. Because let me tell you one thing. As soon as ubiya wade na ubekai na uyembesho na ubefunu, the whole body becomes polluted, and the blood that pumps into your own heart and from your heart to your veins and now becomes poisonous. See the mechanic you may say, so be your bonnet now ukipu as soon as a wakai situation now yomushi wana peno. Wakuma never has ya pompi moja ntentem pompi moja na sa moja na pompi nya poison in your system mama yare ma menche wade bi no matter how accommodate a upa bi ne di accommodate upa upa bi di ye de nesi wanima uba bi di wo appetite accommodate wo do nsa to ma wudi aduane na apɛ ye ka asɛm bi a ɛha wakoma pa instantly the appetite goes. Okay? What can I say? A comedy of power. A comedy when you're being wood. You can't send me an obus any be we and I'll send me to you can't be here instantly pet appetite no a cop. So what it means in say Bibia na wakuma be cut in a pumping into your system no a pumping poisonous blood into your system a bit pretty area at the amount. And until more motor keep put things or makumum grudges. Why am I dear men find chawood that wo we ensure me sabi numda sankrofon or moyare all the time. A month for month for bonenchen. So the only will be your bell on time fast and charity upon a life. Acha 1 month to be any pan of yare. Because blood naga come and pump it into your system, no blood and air poison. To those who can forgive, you should be ready to be buying drugs all the time because your own heart will not be pumping any beneficial blood into your blood veins or the arteries, but actually all the blood will be contaminated with anger, with hatred, with some ability to be a yes, please you should share our video. Today we want to have 700 shares, so try and share. So the point in the physical, so what the papa check, what the bonnet child, you are actually doing your own self good. When you mobi, and I mean himself also, you love yourself. So if you love yourself, now when him says what the bonnet child, what the chairman want, why don't you do that? So me follow me down. Okay, now me ready to crack. So what I'm trying to say is, you love yourself. But so many swan, Usika Benyan don't know how to talk with the perfume. You want to look nice. You want to take care of this body. And Tadia Boarding auto. You try to eat good food. Again, every day you have to buy a bottle of water. You are actually spending money on yourself because you love yourself. But there's one thing you do, and no actually one done when I say when you keep things here, it means you don't love yourself. Because as soon as you are actually punishing your own self. So there's no need wasting money on yourself because you are killing yourself subtly. So if you love yourself, forgive because what the chow be because when you keep it here, you are actually punishing yourself. Let me tell you one thing. There are some people, they are like rubbish trucks. Zoom line cars, EB trucks. Every morning, now you follow the Ogumu man. They are moving around, they are looking for somewhere to pour it. Don't allow yourself to be used as a garbage, site. Don't allow yourself to be used as a garbage site or field. Because the more you begin to keep all these negative things here, you are actually keeping all the rubbish here. And that will create sickness. So you better say how easily it is for you to forgive. So wouldn't even fire and check. Now keep on I am telling you, you are killing yourself. Say they will don't try to do yourself the highest good by forgiving people. Because when you forgive people, you are actually doing yourself good, not the people. But the point is that when you forgive people, nature will speak for you. Okay? When you forgive people, you are forgiven, but nature will take its own course. My mentor was dealing. The word forgive, forgive, 2 words, forgive, and then the word for FORE. Look at the 4. I just say ahead. For FORE, ahead, and give means to give. So actually, the meaning of the word forgive means to give ahead. So when somebody harms you, and it's okay, I'm forgiving you, you have forgiven the person, but the person is going to pay it ahead. It is not you who is going to be the decider. Say, oh, and I'll be decided. No, nature is going to do that. So forgive means something you are going to give ahead. You know, so kind of Bible now, see Yanko for your bonny free. Say yes, you free one what the yanka. I will pre case for a free ubia. So when Miss Kanako free idea, what do? You pay back when you have the money. So actually the word forgive means now you'll be set free, but you will pay it. Okay? So if you forgive people, you are actually saving yourself from the trouble of you paying something in the future. The person who offended you will face nature. But because you love yourself, you don't want to contract any evil sickness. You must forgive because you love yourself. You cannot love people more than yourself. So the Bible says, love your neighbor as thyself. So if you love yourself, then you forgive, because when you keep things, you are actually punishing yourself. So forgive means the person who has offended you is going to give it ahead, not you. So you are not the one who is going to decide the kind of punishment the person will go through, because you are not God. Okay? You are not God, so you will not be the decider. That okay, because you slapped me, because you insulted me, this thing must happen to you. No, you forgive the person, but because forgive means to give ahead, nature is going to make sure that person is going to give ahead. But you don't want to involve yourself so that Chinabi will be some part to pay. So the thing is, so what did be child? You are actually saving your own self, and you love yourself, so better you forgive. That is the physical aspect. Metaphysically, let me tell you one thing. The unforgiving mind can never accommodate any positivity. The unforgiving mind can never ever accommodate positivity. And when you blend positivity and negativity, the answer or the result is contamination. If you blend negativity with positivity together, the result or the resultant reaction is contamination. So try to be positive, because see, metaphysically, all the bad things you are keeping here, you are actually sowing some seed, and it is going to project into your future, which is going to affect you. There are many things I see. I am telling you, it is because our minds are dirty, our minds are very negative, our thinking are very negative. So those negativities are projected ahead of us. So metaphysically, when you forgive people, you are actually cleansing the mind of all dirty stuffs. You are actually cleaning your mind. Because see, you know very well, say, you first of all create it within the mind. So when you are creating something positive ahead of you, but you are accommodating negativity here, whatever you're going to project can never be positive. So metaphysically, say what the idea cha, you are actually cleaning up your mind, trying to create a platform, a foundation based on which you'll be able to create your own future. And that future is going to be a positive future because you are trying to clean that mind. But when you keep all these grudges and all these dirty stuff here, and you want to use the same mind to think positive, for the future, the result become contaminations and you will suffer for it. Metaphysically, so keep grudges. When people try to harm you metaphysically, easily. Metaphysically, so what try now keep grudges. Among for no maybe on my yow. What keep putting in our what size as soon as mean Cassandra won't die. Where you been in a class or Olympia so been caught. Whoa, so we you soon by means Sabinum. And I'm saying person must or tell Bronos baby or Tintin for home pong quajuma. Whoa, me bad nimino grow fear that me kumibano. If you're having all these things in your brain here, whatever good thing or better that all nature or you will actually produce something negative, because you cannot nurture any positive thing in an environment full of negativities. So when you take positive, you'll be able to project that positivity into your own future. But if the foundation of your mind, the foundation of your thinking is unforgiving, you don't forgive, then whatever you nurture here becomes negative. What I'm saying is that there are so many evil eyes around us. And there are many negative things around us. There are some people who or more the say abufu womu envy. You don't know. But if you are the person who forgive you, because when you forgive, you are actually creating light around your own aura. But when you keep grudges here, you are projecting negative energy thoughts that will circulate within your outer aura, and until it ever attract any negativity that is geared towards you. So when you be told or stony, nipan stony, or quite sorry, nipan do quadru so when you be your own fabone check now keep put negative stuff here. Nipan draw what you say, Mayan Towadi, Tembia Kodiga Bocano, a bum, because what fermented that kind of thought already in your aura into or yes, hardina, a binyam. What I say? When you be any word jumum, Niparin himself wouldn't majuma seno. And in 1 year, you be promote to where you know. Genetia say bibi kuranya wa jum mo be arebi mo. And I be kura sika bi mfa won sase bibi nsi se de be ya ye be hu se wonye promotion duru mu a yem promote ye be promote ono. Nti nipa de bense be o ko jujuma bi ho ana wo ko obi o ya duboni bi ho. Okwa na wa kese suma se menye na wa juma nipa no o time da bia na o kan sem guma so kire me boss e ka me ngwa nga bibi nto no. obi oye aduro no so me kan wontimi hwehwe ade mu ne de ane so wa beka ne amayamo ne wa gi ado bi de abase okwa na konyo otena so no fa ko hye konyo na se ana nsu bi fa bete so we obi a wo keep negative things here as soon as you bend be a negative spell no one happen a betria men because you are already fermenting negativity in your system. So metaphysically, if you want to be free from all metaphysical attacks, all negative spells, all bad charms and all these things, try to forgive, because when you forgive, your minds become positive, and when there's positivity, there is no question of any negativity coming close to your area of jurisdiction. No matter how many times someone offends you, forgive, because you know that when you forgive, you are actually doing for yourself, and because you love yourself, you would like to do good things for yourself. So forgive. See, I'm telling you, the best medicine in this world that can actually safeguard your heart against any negative sickness is forgiveness. When you forgive somebody, how do you feel? So you feel like sharing tears. That kind of feeling sensation will produce very positive cells in your brain, in your heart, in your system that will fight against any ailments. But so you will be who keep grudges, find check, now bufu all the time one can say fermenting negativity, and that will attract negative things. So there are so many people because the person is full of positivity, and because the person is full of positivity, I am telling you, because when you are positive, nature actually sends all the angels to guide you. Anybody who harms people keep resentment. You cannot harm people if you don't keep revenge. You don't try to, keeping pain and grudges. Sure, it's because you are still keeping it. See, forgiving and forgetting are two things. But if you love yourself, you forgive, fine. But in positivity, not in negativity. Because also the idea will be now it means I won't find because when you forgive, your heart and your mind should accept that you are forgiving the person. So anytime you back that situation, you will smile on that situation because you feel okay. But baby also the idea will be are forgiving you, but when it means you have not forgiven the person. Forgiveness means remembering the situation, then you smile and love, oh God, so this thing happened. Wow, God is so wonderful. That is forgiveness. And yes, also media channel after about a year, it means you have not forgiven the person. Yes, it means you have not forgiven the person. So metaphysically, I am telling you, say, you should be able to forgive, because it will give you metaphysical protection. You will be my friends a psychic attack. Psychic attack, and they say, "Oh, be to me this or metaphysical energy be there, I attack you." So you will be a who forgive you. Metaphysically, you be say psychic self-defense. One case of a project some light around you. So psychic attacks be an intimate in now, because one case of no a project positive things. Okay, why be a project positivity, and then the idea be a negative bound one engine. Okay, meaning conform to pay a haban or take no about dinner to baby or the two one up with tears and a habanaira, baby. I want to penny do team, so you will be a what the bonnet. The energy around you will never allow that to pay or any spell to enter into your aura. Yeah, Kate, somewhere say you can forgive, but you sometimes feel the pain. It means you have not forgiven fully. We have partial forgiveness and then total forgiveness. You are forgiving the person. Before I never initially no. Before the swati, but huna and now kaya. Before kakraba, it means partially you forgiving the person, but you've not given the person wholly. So you need to completely forgive the person. And when you forgive in that way, you will see the person and you will smile. You remember the situation, you will smile. You'll be happy that it happened. So why you need to forgive? Somebody say, how do we forgive? You forgive because forgiveness is good for your own self, not for the person who offended you. The person has offended you. You are keeping the grudges here. You are harming yourself. But you love yourself, I know. You spend so much money on yourself. So why don't you show that love by forgiving the person? Because okay, put that grudge in there, you are actually harming your own self. So metaphysically, those who can forgive, you will always be attacked by evil forces. By finding all these elemental forces are see, let me tell you, some of you don't have any favor. Positive most of the times you are the people who cannot forgive. Because see, if you are able to forgive all the wrongs among for the year, you develop the power of favor. Situation you will be able to go through, because when you forgive, you attract the mercy of the subtle realm. Yeah, anybody who can forgive and can forget means you have not forgiven. And if you forgive and you still remember the situation and still get angry, it means you have not forgiven. When you forgive and you remember the situation or that episode, whatever happened that day, you should be able to smile and say, God, thank you. See, say if you understand the law of karma, the law of cause and effect, the law of retribution, you'll understand, say, be able to be somehow or the other, no, you have some link to that thing, and that thing must happen. So nature uses people as instruments to help you to fulfill your destiny. Nature use people to help you to fulfill your own destiny. So when somebody is helping you to fulfill your destiny, you should actually be grateful, because these things are there for you to face, and nature is using some people as instruments to help you accomplish your destiny. So you should look at the cause, not the instrument. The person who insulted you was just used by nature as an instrument to see how serious you are when it comes to tolerance. The person doesn't apologize, yes, he is going to suffer. You should forgive, because as soon as I said, okay, because you offended me and you did not apologize, I won't forgive you. You are keeping grudge here. That is going to give you problems. Physically, metaphysically, we will be going to the spiritual side, and you see why it's important for you to forgive when it comes to spiritual matters. People in our lives, where you were born, baby, you were told abusia opie mu na mfofo wa form oba waware be ma waware no omo ne omo adwumum bibibia wo ho bia around yourself bia no, I'm telling you, say it's planned by nature. Those people are supposed to be around to play a role for you to achieve your destiny. Anybody who has nothing to do with your destiny will never ever show up in your life. Okay? Obia only any can be or destiny, that person will never cross your way. So anybody who crosses your way means that person has some link with you according to your destiny, and you should be able to face it with a good heart. It is not easy to forgive. I know. It is very difficult. For instance, say Obia wa dear parents wa down for people what do when you so. wadamfo wo trust no wo kan bibia de kire no wo kan bibia de kire no na wo kan wo secret bia kire wo kwakote wo to na because of that ye yi wadwumum na what na fia be 2 years na wonya adwuma nye bibia o ka se wonya bibi ni yas masumas madam sumasi na kwakote me to na o kan se mi sei na ama me maluzuma adwuma. So it is not easy to forgive. But when you begin to analyze it from all the physical, the metaphysical, and the spiritual point of view, who say by forgiving, you are actually showing love to your own self. So I will not tell you to forgive, easy. It is very difficult to forgive. Very difficult. Very, very, very difficult to forgive. But if you love yourself, you should be able to forgive, because when you forgive, you are actually doing good things to yourself. See, let me tell you, you have so many obstacles in your life. Things are not going well. You think somebody is doing it. Some witches, some wizards, some demons, some principalities. Yes, it's possible. But if you are the type who doesn't forgive, that act alone attracts negativity. I don't want your difficulties for life. Okay? I know there are witches, there are wizards, there are demons, there are raksasas, there are principalities. There are so many negative forces around us. Yes, they cause problems. But if you are the type who cannot forgive, that act alone creates negativity that brings negativity to you. So if you partner with situation of and you by phone and you evil be and yet a be name it is your own inability to forgive, and then they create potholes in your life. To do by BBS and make a good decision, you can't, because that your mind then has been fermenting negativity up to now. Say, I did be banner positive, but you don't have any power of favor. Until I say, if you love yourself, forgive, because when you forgive, you are doing for yourself, not the person. That person who caused you that harm, forgive. You will give ahead. That person is going to give ahead. Now you didn't do anything, you didn't take any revenge, no retaliation, but forgive. The person is going to give ahead. Keep calm. Nature is going to take its own course, but make sure say you are not entangled in that chain of reaction. Forgiveness can be so easy if you know that you love yourself. And loving yourself means guiding yourself against all normal so metaphysical attacks. All these things now knowingly so we will be able to nature a big creative fire around you against all these things that when in you. See, my personal experience, if I want to tell you, you'll be marveled. I am not a great man, but I am the type who like to study. I try to learn. Now, Monsieur Bibia, I try to implement it. Me try say, me de pepper bra. Okay? I am not a pure person. I have my own shortcomings. I am not a saintly person. I'm a human being like you. But Monsieur Bibia, me try say, I will live to that. Now, me said, me live to no cry. See, no more people because we create it, but we not having a forgiving heart. See, anybody who forgives easily, nature is your protector. Obi bia ode boneche obi afomu eya na wode che easily no. Nature is your protector. O ko situation bi mu na no ma nye ade beto ni wabusua o papa wode chente no, nature will descend and be your refuge at the time when here and one more. and more one kasa won't mean wow. What you can do, there are some things that you cannot do. At times, we will do situation being or more here. There's nothing you can do about it. You need some external energy to support you. So if you're the type of what is it, bonecha, at that situation, no, that time, nature will descend and be your refuge because of time ago, you were able to forgive somebody. At times, we drive who main road. What is a kabi and when you bounce na kabi back was maybe nothing happened. The same thing now we are BBNC no. Obi ye bibi unyas the community we. At times we drive o here drive me roma kabi any wachi. Nti wo fi ubu esi right. Ubu ya be say the kabi say na kabi wo ho. Accident. The same thing obi ye bi. The car was smashed down. So maybe someone say, what is so special about you? Say, at that time when you accident them. Nature is coming to your aid to pay you back in a very positive way. The idea be a good, including forgiveness, and when you need nature the most, nature will descend and make sure he will prove to all that forgiveness is a very good thing now. One person will be you. Let me tell you, who you be who keep problems, pains, and walk first, who invite you area the mouth. When you see be out the back point there. No one really because it will be not amount. No one can will create amount. So we will be here. Won't be being chow keep pains. Metaphysically, no. You will invite many negative things to yourself because there were millions and millions of negative spirits around us and they like something negative. Seven prayers said, "Uja will nice to see ya, Okoba Bisu to see ya." Instantly, house flies. Why? Because house flies, you know, almost so connected to that kind of rotten stuff, no mere bone or mope. So there are so many elemental forces. I have any home. They are very subtle and very negative. Almost who keep put negative it attracts them. See, obi bia wo hwesa your broadcasting. So obi tie dia making. Now what try to obi practice kakra bia. I tell you, you will tell me when they say, "Wow, Jenna, you did well in my life." Someone offended you, someone did something so hurting. Anything a ubuofu no when you're a bad person because you're so so one fine channel one of the difference be any muntem we are one. Okay, just imagine when you buy man atena when you atena wabon hoka wanya sika wi wonya sika no ana wakofo oba foforo ana watu atwene eya bia make a time of foul no o maba what your youthfulness no you have wasted everything with him when nothing was okay oniwe onisika oni bibia wana wabona see even bonya sika as in our you save that money to support him. If you can make a krata, when I born and when you're in krata, when I was supporting na or no back and say, or no for any of you, they went out who February from Nantis or say, men pay bill. Now I call for beer, Nipanayeso cool one pebre or the number turn a life. Yeah. We go check it say, while wasting all your youthfulness with this man to the point say, now when him say one day Baba Brentino went in umpo and say will be for your own self because you first said he was a good person. Then at the end of the day, the person betrays you, he leaves you in the middle of an ocean. Ebi pa manfo to two for asuma si wonim ntia obe disappoint you. Wonim not for sika man edu baby na be hu. Na edu that point na all you say no. Pain ni na ko dan chempa ensem manfo be kan nkompo etwa oti. Say e ka kire wo. Ye ka kire papa we su ban no wantie. At that time your youthfulness has been wasted with him. You don't have anything again. Now he drops you and go and pick a different woman. It is painful. It is very, very painful. It is not easy. But he doesn't love you, so he is doing these negative things to you. If you allow yourself to keep the grudges, you and him, there's no difference, because he's harming you and you are keeping the grudges. You are harming yourself. Okay? You hate the person so much because he caused you so much pain. Looking at your fresh body, your whole youthfulness, wasting it with him. And now he dropping you. You hate him. You hate him. Left you alone, you want him to suffer. But if you hate this man, you should be able to love yourself. And how do you prove that? By forgiving him. Because if you don't forgive him, it means you don't love yourself, because by keeping that grudges, you are actually punishing yourself. Do I make sense? If you offend somebody and the person is around, you approach the person, you ask for forgiveness, the person doesn't forgive you, do your best. If he doesn't forgive you, nature will forgive you. If you willingly from your heart, you apologize, or repent it, for me. No, I say, oh, you've done your part. Nature is going to descend for you. I will not tell you that forgiveness is easy. Say, if forgiveness is easy, then it can be common. So forgiveness is common, but forgiveness is not common because it is not easy.
According to Nana Ayebiafo Jnana, when someone offends you and you decide not to forgive that person, you are the one who will suffer, not the person who offended you. When you forgive, you are doing yourself good, not the person who offended you. When you forgive people, nature will speak for you. The unforgiving mind can't accommodate any positivity. Metaphysically, when you forgive someone, you are cleansing your mind. If you want to be free from any negative spells, try as much as possible to forgive. The best medicine in the world that can safeguard your heart against any negativity is forgiveness. There are two types of forgiveness. 1. Total forgiveness. 2. Partial forgiveness. When you forgive and still feel the pain, then it's partial forgiveness, not total forgiveness. Anyone who forgives easily, nature is your protector. Let's all try as much as possible to forgive ourselves as much as we can. Thank you so much for your time. Please like, follow, and share our videos. Also, follow Transformation Era on YouTube. Thank you for watching.